What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Crowned by Kenzie. All right, guys, I know it has been a while since you guys see me live, but I've been exploring new avenues of how to get this YouTube channel together. Of course, you guys know that it is very, very new for me, and I'm still trying to figure it all out, but stick with me. We're going to work it all out. All right, guys, tonight I want to bring back one of our special guest hosts, Miss Prada. Welcome her to the stage, you guys.
Hey,
Yay! Woo, woo,
girl.
woo, 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 woo. All right. All right, Miss Prada, thank you so much for joining me tonight. How are you?
Thank you for having me again, Mackenzie. I am just great. Like I am just so thank God. Like I'm just great. God has been wonderful. I will say that. And it's been such a long time since we've been live.
Absolutely. It really, really has. It seems like forever. But I've been
Yeah,
missing the people. That's why I said, okay, we gotta go live tonight. Like,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
sure the people probably have been missing us. But before we go any further, make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, and hit that notification bell so that way you know when we post another video or we go live.
That
All
part.
right, guys, as expected, it's Friday, but it's a little bit late. It's Friday. Woo! The
Woo!
work week is over. How's your week been?
My week has been amazing. But a lot of them don't know, but I've been
Mm-hmm.
transitioning in between work. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's been good because I'm starting a new work adventure come Monday. So yeah,
Okay. Congratulations on your new endeavors. I told you behind the scenes, I'm very, very proud of you. I am.
thank
We
you, thank
know what,
you.
we know, but
We
I'm
know,
very, very, that's right. We know. But I
right?
am very, very proud of you. And
Thank
again,
you,
congratulations. I'm telling you,
thank you, thank
congratulations.
you, thank you.
So I have this week has been very, very, very extremely busy for me, guys. I have tried to get a video out to you guys when I could, but listen, I still have a regular job, and so I
Hmm.
must take care of that first.
It's
But
tough.
I do not want to forget about you guys. Like I always want to keep you guys right there too to try to get something out to you so that when we can build this channel and we can let YouTube know that we are here. Without further ado, guys, it's Friday and I have to present a drink to you guys. Our Friday night drink made with Crown Royal. But I've actually been getting a lot of hits with Prada regarding this drink. A lot of people tried it, and I'm actually bringing it back this week. But before we get into that, you're drinking Crown Royal and what?
Cherry cola.
There you go, the cherry cola smash. Woo, 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 woo. All right, guys. So we had to bring that drink back by popular demand. So before we get any further into
So
this,
good.
I'm gonna go ahead and present you guys with the returning favorite on Cocktails with Kenzie. All right, everybody, and we're back. Cheers, Miss Prada, to a good night on Cocktails with Kenzie.
So a good night and
Cheers.
a great weekend.
I know that's right. Sip up. Y'all can't see my cherries in here. They're actually in here. I just don't have the mint leaves in here. They ran out. So I
I
just
see
don't have the
something
mint
floating
leaves.
down
But
there, so I see it.
it's the cherries. It's the
Oh,
cherry
okay.
shot. So cheers to that. Mm, mm. I can see why this is one of the favorites.
Yeah, you said that kind of hard.
I know that's right, girl. Yes, goodness. So, guys, a lot has been going on in this week. It's probably like a whole lot has been going on. I'm telling you.
A
First,
lot.
we're gonna. It really has in our own personal lives as well as in celebrity news,
Mhm.
pop culture. Everything has been going on. But without further ado, we're going to get into some of these topics. First of all, guys, we're going to have to start this off on a sad note. And I hate to do this, but we're going to have to do that. Miss Sissy Houston, Whitney Houston's mother, passes away at the age of 91. All right, guys. Hold on, let's get into that. All right, guys, and this is all according to our friends over at the Shade Room. Miss Sissy Houston, two-time Grammy winner and the mother of the late Whitney Houston, has passed away at the age of 91, according to Associated Press News. And if you guys don't know, I did a story on that earlier this week on the day that she passed away. So I will make sure to link that video. You guys go back and check it out, okay? The mother of late singer, the greatest Whitney Houston, has passed away at age 91. Cissy Houston passed away Monday morning in her New Jersey home while under hospice care for Alzheimer's disease, per her daughter in law, Pat Houston, who is the representative for the family. Pat says Sissy was surrounded by her family, and I quote, "Our hearts are filled with pain and sadness. We lost the matriarch of our family." Pat Houston said in a statement. She said her mother in law's contributions to popular music and culture are unparalleled. Mother Sissy has been a strong and towering figure in our lives, a woman of deep faith and conviction who cared greatly about family, ministry, and community. Her more than 7 decade career in music and entertainment will remain at the forefront of our hearts.
Mhm.
Our thoughts are with the entire Houston family. All right, Miss Prada. Miss Sissy Houston has passed away. I
Yeah,
hate
that's
so sad.
it's sad, and
Mhm.
the reality of it is, we all got a expiration date. Okay,
Mhm.
we all got
Mhm.
a date. We just don't know when that date is.
Mhm.
And for her to have been 91 years old, I
Mhm.
pray to God I live to see 91. You understand what I'm saying?
Me
I pray I
too.
live to see more than 91. But if I can make it to
Exactly.
91, you done lived a good life if you went to 91. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying?
Especially the life that she lived throughout all the heartache.
That part, that part. And I
Mhm.
just felt like she done was nippy,
Mhm. Her beloved Nippy.
and she done lost her grandbaby Bobby Christina.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
just I just feel like, she's at peace now with, as far as her leaving the world and transitioning.
Mhm.
She's meeting back up with her daughter and her grandbaby. So I tell you now, heaven done had a big party up there. I
Exactly. It was a
tell you
sing
that.
off.
That part. I can
Mhm.
hear Winnie now. Mama.
Exactly. That's the same thing I was thinking this week too. When I saw that, I'm just like, her and her beloved Nippy are reunited again, and I'm sure it feels
Mhm.
so good. They're reunited
Mhm.
on the other side, and also maybe
Reunited
with her
and it feels
husband.
so good.
Right, especially probably with her husband, John Russell Houston as well.
Him too.
Um, it was so sad when I saw it. I think I started to tear up a little bit. Miss Sissy has had a long life,
Mhm.
influential in the music industry, and a lot of music you guys had no idea that she was a part of. A lot of songs she sang background on. If you guys know, she started her
Uh-huh.
started when she was young with her sisters. her siblings, they had a singing group, and then she went on to work with the likes of like Elvis Presley.
Mhm.
It was really great. And then throughout the years, she continued to work for, continued to um, run the pretty much um the head person over the local her church that she went to forever in New Jersey. So, I mean, and again, in the career of Whitney Houston, Miss Sissy has
Mhm.
very influential.
Yep.
And, and the greatest part of this is again she was able.
Greatest love.
I know. Again, she was able to live until the age of 91. Like
Mhm.
God knows some people only, some people have not gotten anywhere near the age of 91.
I'm telling you,
So
they
with
these babies is out here dying before they even turn 21. You understand? So for you to live
yeah,
till 91, that's a blessing.
absolutely. It is
That's a
definitely
blessing.
a blessing. Like Miss
Mhm.
Sissy, she lived a long life. And again, we are sending our deepest condolences
Deepest
to her
condolences.
family, the whole Houston family,
Absolutely.
Pat and Gary and
Mhm.
Michael and their granddaughter. And again,
Everybody
she's
that Whitney named on that stage at that award show. Y'all know
Gary,
what I'm
Mike.
talking
What she say? Gary, Mike,
about. What?
Ulysses.
Good. All of
Exactly.
them.
Yeah, all of them. Like we are sending our deepest condolences. But the good thing
Mhm.
is she is reunited with her baby Nippy as well as her granddaughter Bobby Christina, who also passed away as well.
Yeah.
How unfortunate. How
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Um, After that, her cousin Dionne Warwick, of course, if you guys did not know, she is the cousin of the famed singer. They come from a very famous background. They are
Mhm.
music royalty, okay?
Mhm.
Her cousin Dionne Warwick released a statement. And again, this is according to our friends over at the Shade Room. Um, and Miss Sissy and Dion right there, Dionne Warwick. Dionne Warwick
Mhm.
speaks out following the passing of her aunt. I'm sorry, her aunt.
That's her
Dionne's
auntie.
sister was her cousin. Uh-huh. Her aunt Sissy Houston. And this is what she says. I'm so deeply saddened, however, knowing that my aunt Sissy died peacefully and that she is in a much better place is a consolation and comfort to me. I have seen your messages of condolences on behalf of my family. Thank you.
Mm.
Rest in peace to Miss Sissy.
Rest in
Rest
peace
in
to her.
peace. Absolutely. Absolutely. But guys, in this moment of sadness, I just want to show you guys this because this just always cracks me up. And shout out to one of the friends that I follow on on Instagram, the Petty King. But I don't know if you guys and you can follow him at underscore Petty King on Instagram. I mean, he puts some of the most hilarious videos. He switches them around and his own little touch to them. But when I tell you guys, it is hilarious. I want you guys to check this out, okay? If this can bring a little bit of laughter to this such sad situation. And this, just to give you guys a little background, he went ahead and remixed the interview that Miss Sissy Houston did in her condo in Hoboken, New Jersey, with Oprah Winfrey a few years ago. Okay, and they're discussing Whitney's alleged relationship with her
Oh,
friend.
wait. Hit it at the bottom. A lead. Everything we
Oh,
say.
oh, there you go, there you go. Listen
Here.
again, everything in this commentary is alleged, people. Okay, it is for entertainment purposes only.
Because we come
All
from
right, so
royal family too.
that part, Bullock, anime. In case
That
you
part,
didn't know, now you know.
if you know, then you know.
Okay, so yeah,
What she
so
said.
guys, check this out. This is hilarious. I just love this. Check it out. Just a second, and let me present this. Hold on 1 second. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I got it up. And there we go. Hold on.
I thought, I
Hold on. Let me take this back. Oh,
Do
sorry.
you believe that Whitney and Robin were in a gay relationship?
I don't really know. I thought, I didn't particularly like her.
What didn't you like? Would it have bothered you if your daughter, Whitney, was gay?
Absolutely.
It would have bothered you?
Mhm.
You would not have liked that.
Not at all.
You would have condoned it or
No.
No.
do you believe Whitney and
Hold on
Robin
one
were
more
in a gay
time.
relationship?
I don't really know. I thought, I didn't particularly like her.
What didn't you like? Would it have bothered you if your daughter, Whitney, was gay?
Absolutely.
It would have bothered
Mhm.
you?
Yeah.
You would not have liked that.
Not at all.
You wouldn't have condoned it or
No.
It's her straight face for me. It's the straight face for Miss Sissy
Shout
for
out to
me.
the Petty King for that video. I messaged him on his page, and I told him I just had to share that because that was hilarious to me.
It's her straight
Oh
face
my
for
god.
me. Like she didn't care, and Oprah
Mhm,
kept asking, and she like no. But I just felt like it was because of the whole Robin situation, because she didn't like Robin, and we all know the story with that.
mhm,
And if you don't know, you need
mhm,
to catch up. Ain't nobody like Robin. Um, not even Bobby. So
mhm,
yeah, for her mama to
mhm.
say
'Cause
that, I think it's because it was
mhm,
Robin. If it had been anybody else, she probably would be like, "Oh, I really don't care," because she loved Whitney. But because it was with Robin, allegedly, or
mhm.
Mama say is
Allegedly.
alleged,
Mhm,
Mama said no.
mhm. Miss Sissy was not having it, boo.
She sure was not.
What's up, Lizzie? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, Lizzie? Those sound effects, I'm telling you,
Eh,
yes. They were hilarious. You guys have to follow underscore Petty King on Instagram. I'm telling you, he takes these videos and he remixes them, and they are hilarious with the sound
yep,
effects.
yep.
Uh-huh. But yeah, so I don't know. Toya, I think from Miss Sissy being from the old school, I think if it had been anybody, she still would not have accepted that. Hell, she didn't even accept Bobby Brown, allegedly. She didn't even accept him, and he was a dude. So, I think sometimes when people come
Mm.
from
Certain
these families,
background,
right, these families that are considered royalty,
right? Because
they
they
are
was
really
considered
high
royalty,
strong. They were.
right?
They
And
are
Bobby
really
was
high.
from the streets.
Right. They are really high strong about who their kids get with. They
Hmm.
just do not accept any old body into their family because I think the thing is they're always mindful of how this person is going to, even though this word was not used back then, but is most commonly used now, how is this person going to affect our brand?
Right,
How is this person going to affect
right.
our legacy? And you think if
Absolutely.
something, and also I want you to think about it like this, going back to those days of Whitney and Robin, homosexuality was not accepted the way it is accepted today.
Yep, yep.
But let's take it a step back even further to the days of Miss Sissy Houston. When she was
Mhm.
younger, it definitely was not accepted. I
It wasn't
don't
even
care
heard
what it
of.
was. It was not. It was
Right.
not. It was heard of, but it was kept very, very low key and on the hush hush.
It was
Because I
kept
mean,
very
people.
low key, like barely
Mhm.
even heard of.
Right. I mean, it was heard of because people been gay forever. Gay didn't just start. You know
Right,
what I'm
but it wasn't
saying?
it wasn't like in the Whitney and Robin era where it was like kind of getting more out there and it was more
Right.
heard of, and people just
It
wasn't
wasn't widely accepted like
right,
that.
right.
So
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
get it. I get it. I get it how she felt, and then she's older. Older people, you just never know how they feel about things. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you something. I'm gonna tell you something, and I don't even need your feedback on it. But whatever. I'm gonna
I was
tell
about
you
to say
something.
she was 91. She was born in what, the 1930s.
Yeah, and so with
I
that
mean,
being said, I'm gonna tell you something. This is something I never really discussed with anybody, and I said I was gonna talk to my mom about it. Even though I might not be ready for the answer, but I am gonna be ready for the answer.
well, you're gonna get it from me, depending on what the question is or what you're about
Well,
to
you
say.
might not really be able to answer this. Um, I've always wondered, and of course, I'll never know the answer to this, but I've always wondered if my grandmother and grandfather were alive, which are your great grandparents, if they were alive, how would they have felt about my marriage? Because again, we have to take into account they are from that old school era where these things, whether they were known or unknown, they were done in the dark. It was not so widely accepted. So I always tend, and I'm being vulnerable with you guys and telling y'all my business, in which I should not, because these are thoughts I've had in my head, and I've only discussed that with my husband. I have not really discussed it. Well, no, I haven't even discussed it with him. You know, eh, no, I haven't even discussed it with him. But that's something that I always wanted to know is how they would have felt. Even though you remember at our wedding we honored them and we had a table with our grandparents on it. We had my grandparents and some of your grandparents on there on that table. But again, for those people that were a part of that old school culture and that old school mindset, how would they have felt? And that's something that I said I was going to talk to my mom about because I really want to know that. How does she think her mother and her father would have felt about that? And again, I might not be ready for that answer, but when I do decide to bring that question to her, present that question to her, I'm just gonna have to be ready for that answer, whether it be something I want to hear, or something I don't want to hear. But I mean, who can be
Well,
mad?
you know what I'm gonna say about that
Hmm.
is, unfortunately, you never gonna know her answer. So that's number
Right?
one.
Not
And
one
you
hundred
have
percent.
right, and you have to accept that. Okay. So with
Mhm,
that
mhm,
being said, and me speaking, with us being family,
mhm,
and me having, for me, more
mhm,
of a relationship with great grandma than I did great granddad.
mhm,
And great grandma, that was my, oh, I mean, I
mhm,
can't say the
mhm,
word, but that's my girl. I'm
mhm,
gonna say that.
mhm, mhm,
Aries all day. I
mhm.
feel like with her, if she was still here to this day, I feel like she would accept it because she loves you and she knows your
There you
heart
go.
and she
Mhm.
knows what kind of person you are. And to be quite frankly honest with you, you didn't tell her before she passed.
Yes, I did. She knew that.
Oh,
It was no.
oh, you
Yeah, she
knew?
knew. Yeah,
Okay,
she
well
knew.
then, I'm about to say, because if you didn't tell her, sweetheart, we all knew.
Yeah, she knew that.
We all
She
knew.
knew that. I mean, of course, she wasn't around when I got married, of course, but yeah,
Right,
she
but
knew that. That was
I'm
no
just saying
secret.
we all knew. It wasn't no secret.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
she
yeah, yeah, yeah,
knew.
yeah.
And she
Mhm.
didn't love you no different, no less or nothing. You understand what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
she
Yeah.
she was okay
I
with
think
that.
maybe she would not have understood it, maybe to the extent that others will, because again, she was born in 1928. Come on, she probably wouldn't have.
I bet you she would have still came to the wedding though. I guarantee you that.
Well,
I
that's neither
guarantee
here
you
nor
that.
there. We don't know,
I
and
put money on it.
unfortunately,
I
we'll
put
never
money on it.
know.
I put
That's
money
something
on
I'm gonna talk
that.
to my mom about it because I know her and my mom were best friends. They had a great relationship. So my mom, if anybody would know, my mom would definitely know.
I put money on that. She would have definitely
Mhm.
showed up. And like Liz said, what Liz said, she said, I'm pretty sure I ruined. Oh, Liz. Oh, you're
I
too
run my
helpful.
family's redneck brand. I mean, when she put it, we're gonna say it. We're gonna say it. We ain't gonna get into it, but Liz Lane, Lizzie, thank you. I'm pretty sure I ruined my family's
People have
redneck
to
brand
live
a
their
long
own
time
life.
ago. That's what I was
Absolutely.
about to do. And
Yeah,
so
and do what you know, bring it back.
When
I
Lizzie says
agree.
that when Lizzie says that because Lizzie is one of my personal friends, I know exactly what she's talking about. I know not just exactly what she's talking about people have to live their own lives. Yes, of course, I do know that. But when she said, I'm pretty sure I ruined my family's redneck brand, I know exactly what she's talking about because that's my personal friend. And so you're right, Liz. You are absolutely right. You know, unfortunately, we all go in different directions of what our families desire for us to go through, and that may not even be our parents or our grandparents. That could
We're just
be
going,
whoever in our family. They may see us see a different vision for us, but we
we're
all
just
go
doing
different.
what makes us happy. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
absolutely,
it.
absolutely. So
That's
you
it.
just never know. You just never know. But again, guys, that's the conversation I have with my mother. I'm just not even gonna go off on a tangent on that. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next story. Speaking of somebody, kids and passing away, this one right here, guys, I don't know. According to our friends at the Jasmine brand, Lisa Marie
Mm-mm.
Presley was so heartbroken over her son Benjamin Keogh's death that she kept his body at home in her house for 2 months, according to her memoir, which was completed by her daughter, Riley Keough, after her own death in 2023. TMZ obtained a segment from the memoir From Here to the Great Unknown, where Lisa Marie revealed she kept him in a separate casita at her home in Calabasas, California. The state doesn't have laws requiring immediate burial. Lisa Marie kept him at 55 degrees in her home to preserve his body. She admitted it was pretty weird having her son there, saying, I think it would scare the living effing piss out of somebody else to have their son there like that, but not me. If you guys did not know, Benjamin died by suicide in 2020. He was eventually laid to rest at Graceland, which is her dad's property, same Graceland, right next to her father, Elvis Presley. And Lisa Marie was buried there later on, too. Miss Prada, what you think about that? Ooh.
Mm. What I'm gonna say about that is, that's sickening. Um, First of all, is that the right temperature to even preserve a body?
I don't know, and I don't want to find out.
And then where she had him at? She had a whole separate freezer or something
I
to put.
think they said that she had him in just a different room. She had him on dry ice or something. Of course, he had went to the mortuary and they had preserved his body and what is it called?
Wouldn't it smell up the house?
No, because she had went they sent him off to the mortuary when he first passed away and they had him embalmed and everything. Or whatever kind of preservatives, I don't know.
So he
They
still
put
as
that
a boy, and then she stuffed him in a freezer somewhere in her house.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I don't know how she had them laid out. Now, don't give me the line, child. But I know she had them laid out somewhere in her house.
How is that even legal? How did she get his
It's
body?
legal in the state of California.
So you could just take the body and you'd be like, "Yo, I'm taking the body. I'm out."
You saw that in the clip. It's legal in the state of California.
Well, actually, I seen that in that Tyler Perry movie. But we ain't gonna get
Which
into that.
one?
The one that was on Netflix.
Oh, the one they took the family, the mother, the angry mother took. Oh God. Oh, but
I
yeah,
think that was
that
in
is
California.
no. I mean, that was took place in the South somewhere. Because remember,
Oh yeah, they was She said right beside that frozen chicken. No, not the chicken.
not the chicken, Liz. Oh
Uh-uh.
my God. That just, I could not.
Never.
I'm gonna get on my Sophia, what's her name? Petrillo. Picture it. Calabasas. You walking out of your bedroom in the middle of the night and a dead body is right there in your house. Not because somebody just passed away because you had no idea that they passed away, but because you know that they're there and they're
Yo,
laying
he laying
and
right
stay
there in the
in your
freezer.
house.
You gonna open up the freezer door like Liz said. You trying to pull out a pack of chicken and a
You
leg
gotta
come out,
pull out the chicken wings for the party.
and then a whole leg just
Oh,
drop out with a foot attached to it,
what a thigh.
with a thigh.
Oh,
Like, did she chop the body up, or she left him whole
no, child.
structure?
She left him whole. So
I got
allegedly,
so
from
many
what I
questions.
heard, she had a tattoo artist come into her home also. And she had the tattoo artist come in and look at all of the tattoos on his body. And she had the tattoo artist ink her up as well with all of the same tattoos that he had on his body.
That is just weird. But you
If
know
I
what?
had a
That's
child,
that's her way of grieving, and I'm not gonna say. Let me stop saying it's weird. I don't want to get canceled because it's
well, I
not
don't think you're
weird.
gonna get canceled on this one.
Okay, I
Because
don't
everybody else
want to
might
get.
be on the same
I don't
platform,
want
on
to
the
get
same level
canceled.
you are.
I'm gonna
Uh,
be. I'm gonna be politically correct.
that
um,
part.
that's her way of grieving, and
Thank you for being here, Lizzie. Go ahead.
everybody has their own way of grieving, and I feel like that
Uh-huh.
is her way of grieving. I have children. Now, would I have done that with my son? Absolutely not. But everybody has their own way of grieving. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have did that. Now, granted, I probably been one of those parents trying to hop in the grave with my child, something like that. But I'm not gonna keep my child in my deep freezer right here. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Uh-huh. No, that's so weird. And I'm gonna say it for you. That's so weird. I just could not see that. I go into my kitchen and then they go, okay, I don't have kids, but I have kids, my fur babies. Even them, they're so compact
Stuffing
enough
them in the freezer.
you could put them in the freezer. And then you can go in there and take out the chicken wings and all that kind of stuff, and the little doggies in there for. Ain't no damn way I'm gonna have my dog in that freezer or have nobody in that freezer. Like, I'm not even gonna have no dead body in my house. That is
Mm-mm.
just weird. You just turned your
Mm-mm.
house into a whole funeral home. No,
And what
that
I find very interesting about this story is that we just now finding this out now
yeah.
when it's October and it's Halloween.
Ah,
What's going on with that?
exactly.
What's going on with that?
Exactly. No, that's so disgusting. I would not.
Mm-mm.
I just can't. Let's just move on because
Let's
I
let's
just can't. I can't
mm-mm.
even do it no more. I
Mm-mm.
can't. All right, guys. Y'all know I have been covering this story, but here we go. And this is a story that never ends, at least until May 2025. According to reporter Kathy Rusan, did his trial for his federal ex trafficking case, but we can't say certain words on YouTube. We're trying to get monetized over here. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell. Because listen, we're trying to get our account up. We gotta get wait a minute. Let me stop for a minute before we go any further. Guys, I really need for you guys to go and watch all of these videos. I need for you guys to go and run these video watch hours up. Okay, in order to get monetized, to make sure I'm continuously bringing you guys the best content. Make sure you guys go run these numbers up and watch these videos. Tell your friends, tell your families, tell your coworkers, tell whoever. Tell the people in the damn grocery store to go and watch Crown by Kenzie and subscribe and run these watch hours up. I need for you guys to make sure that you are consistently watching these videos, not dropping off. I need the engagement. I need the watch hours. Guys, stay on here so that way we can continue to bring you guys excellent, excellent videos. We're getting better and better. And guys, I'm behind the scenes getting all this stuff together, trying to make sure that I'm able to bring you guys the best, the very best content, okay? And also hilarious too. So again, subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell, and watch these videos. But again, Diddy's ex trafficking case, we can't say the word, is set for May 5th, 2025. Miss Prada, what you think about this?
Huh. It's gonna be a long, hard few holidays for Diddy.
It's funny you should bring up the word hard. Ha!
I
It's
didn't
funny you
purposely
should
bring
bring up the
it
word
up, but I
hard.
did bring it up.
Oh, and you said long and hard.
Y'all know what I mean.
It's gonna be a long. No, you said what you meant. It's gonna be a long, hard
Hard.
holiday for him.
It's gonna be a
And
long, hard holiday season for him. It
according to the
definitely is.
people in the streets, I don't know whether or not he's gonna enjoy that long, hard holiday. Or he gonna give a
So,
long, hard holiday to some other people, allegedly.
ac- according to the people in the streets, so far he's not really enjoying that. I heard he don't like the food.
Really?
That's what I heard. Word on the curb. Word in Brooklyn, because you know he in DC,
Oh
downtown in
yeah,
Brooklyn.
in your
You know,
hometown.
yeah, I got my peoples down there. I got inside story on what's really going on, but I can't spill it all because you know everything is alleged. All the commentary
Mm-hmm.
that I say is alleged. Like y'all know that.
Mm-hmm.
But word on
Mm-hmm.
the curb is he's not liking the food he's getting served in jail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just
I'm
say that.
I listen, at the end of the day, I would have to think coming from all of that gourmet food, you got a chef cooking for you every day.
Absolutely.
Somebody, a whole chef, and you're eating at the finest of
Yours
finest
is funny.
restaurants.
Mhm.
Like, I'm sure, I am very sure that it has to be hard out there for a pimp. Like, I'm sure.
Mhm.
I just can imagine you go from eating filet mignon and caviar and everything else to eating what they have peanut butter sandwiches and what those things called the little rolls
It
what are they called you can buy them
depends.
in the store to topangos what they call it's like a little no offense what is it called it's like a little wrap it's
Child, I don't know
like a
nothing.
burrito
I don't know nothing about jail food. I just know what they
they
got in the
sell them in the
commissary.
stores I've seen them in the stores
I just know what he was used to, steak and all of
hmm
that, the fine dining, like you said, you're not getting that. So all of that is being
yeah
stripped from him. And honestly, he may say or tell his lawyer like I'm okay. I don't think he's
hmm
okay after this. You got to sit in jail until May
hmm
of next year. You understand? Until your trial,
hmm
and then they said his trial may last about 3 weeks. So now you talking about till June. You may or
hmm
may not get out.
and it could potentially last longer.
Exactly.
So I mean,
Exactly.
that's gonna be a lot for Diddy. Like for real, guys, that is gonna be a lot.
And as
Especially
much as we
again coming
hope,
from living a billionaire lifestyle to go and living a prisoner's lifestyle.
mhm,
And I'm sure, like, let's keep it real. There are gonna be some people in there that gonna try to get on his good side because they hoping that he gonna get out one day, and they
and
gonna just
put
try
them
to be.
on or
They gonna
whatever.
yeah, they gonna risk it all. It's
Mhm.
gonna be some COs that's gonna be sneaking him snacks in there. They gonna be sneaking him. They gonna
Cell
be affording him
phones, all types of
all
shit.
kinds of privileges. I'm telling you, they're gonna be affording him all of that because they're hoping that if he get out, he gonna remember me. He gonna put me on, and I'm sure he probably in there telling them he gonna put them on too if they do X, Y, Z for him. So I'm sure he's not getting it as bad as the other prisoners are. But damn, May 2025, that's a long time.
That's a long time. And then let's not forget, he's not held up in a federal building. He's just in a
He's in
regular,
jail.
yeah, he's just in regular jail. You understand? That nigga's down.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. He's downtown Brooklyn. You understand? Like, look, the New York came out of me for a minute. You understand? Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's in downtown Brooklyn, so
Mm-hmm.
you could literally get on the bus to go down there and go see him. But I mean, obviously, you can't go see him without being on the list. But I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
wish. I don't wish, honestly, like as much as everybody joke about Diddy and this whole situation, I don't wish this on my worst enemy. I don't even wish this on myself. You understand what I'm saying? Like the
Mm-hmm.
situation that he's in, and you just literally just got stripped from everything.
Mm-hmm.
That feeling, listen, me personally, I know the feeling. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't wish that. I don't wish that on nobody. And I just pray
Mm-hmm.
that they keep checking on his mental because eventually he's gonna break down. He's gonna break down.
Mm-hmm.
Sad to
I
say,
think
he's
so
going
too.
to break down. He's going to break down.
I saw a story. I heard in allegedly again. Yeah, Lizzie. If there's any truth to all the ex trafficking charges, food should definitely be the last thing of his worries. Like, let me tell you something. Always keep in mind. I don't care how much money you have in this world, especially when you didn't come from a whole lot of it. One thing you should never be scared of is being broke, especially if you don't been there before. You ain't never came. You didn't come from money. You should all. I feel like you should always prepare yourself to. Let me tell you something. I can survive anything. I don't been there before. I can survive anything. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to figure out a way. So technically, even though he's not broke, and I'm sure they put on a lot of money on his books. At the end of the day, you got to know how to. Food again, yeah, Liz. Food should be the least of your worries. It should be the least. You should not be worried about gourmet dinners. You ain't always had gourmet dinners all your life. I'll be worried about my case. Bump all that. I do not care about all that food
And
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 the
carrying
fact
on.
that he's talking
But
about the food is like, okay, so you
mm-hmm.
really feel like you gonna beat trial. Let's not forget, Diddy, you're taking this to trial. I'm surprised he did not take a plea deal. So in his mind, he felt like
Well, not yet. Because according to the people,
he
and
still
I'm gonna
can't
bring
take
that
a
story
plea.
to
He
you
still
guys.
can take a plea, so that is true.
They're still, this is not it. This is definitely not it. They're going to add more, and they're preparing to add more on. They just have not let us know, John Q. Public, know exactly what their next moves are. But guys, keep in mind, and I'm gonna do a little bit more research, and I'm gonna bring
Oh,
that
so
story to
this
you
is
guys.
no. I backtrack. So this is I take that back. This is not an actual trial. This is his pre-trial because remember there's steps.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they're going to be adding additional charges onto what we know. Remember, guys, and I'll post that. I'll tag this video on the in the end credits as well. Um, I went through the 14-page indictment. That
Mm,
was only a snippet of what they're charging him with.
yeah, yeah,
But see, the thing is, they've been constantly building onto this case.
I remember that.
They're just not getting him for that.
Hmm.
They're building on. It's more that they're doing
Yeah,
behind the scenes that they're
yeah,
just not putting out there to the forefront and
yeah,
letting us
yeah,
again, John Q. Public, know what's going on. Because
yeah.
again, when you're prosecuting a case of this magnitude, you can't put everything out there. Of
Right.
course, they put some things out there because they want to. I think it's strategic and they want to sway a little bit of the public's opinion,
Hmm.
but they cannot put everything out there. They can't. You can't like playing cards. You ain't gonna show all your
Yeah,
hands.
show your hand.
All
Right.
your hands. That's
Hmm.
right. So they got some more coming. It's some more coming down the pipeline, guys. Again, this is all alleged, but
Yeah.
just keep your eyes open and your ears, and we're gonna be here
Yeah.
bringing
And
it to
this
you on Crown by Kenzie.
and this ain't no. Now that you said that, you absolutely right because I forgot about that part. So no, this ain't no pre. This is trial. Like this.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the
This
trial,
is
but they're
this
gonna
is
bring they're gonna they're
trial.
gonna hit him with more. They're just waiting. They're just waiting. They're using all of this time to continue to build their case because the few charges that we saw, that we read through on the 14-page indictment. Again, that's in one of my previous videos. Go back and watch it, guys, where I broke it all down. That's just only a snippet of what they're trying to get him for. It's not everything they're trying to get him for. They're they're not what in
Find
the
you,
world?
find you a woman who was part of the
The
beehive.
Ghost of Judah Tribe, thank you for being here. Find you a woman who's a part of the Beehive, fellas. They
What's
under
the
that
beehive?
spell. They
You talking about Beyonce?
Beyonce. Well, it's kind of funny you should say that
Look,
because
listen.
y'all know the Jaguar, right? Been on
Look,
the
listen.
on tour.
Y'all ain't see that TikTok. I seen the TikTok earlier that showed and this is gonna go into the next story.
Thank
That
you, Ghost
showed
of Judah Tribe. I don't know who you are,
he
but
said he said yes.
thank you for being here.
Y'all ain't see the TikTok, and this goes into our next story, Mackenzie, with Diddy
Mm-hmm.
mama and the kids and stuff coming out the court and stuff. I seen a TikTok
Mm-hmm.
earlier with somebody that was actually there and he was recording it and he was like, oh, Justin, whatever, whatever. And he saw them come out.
Well, before we get let's get into that. Hold on, just a moment. Let's get into that.
He said he was dancing. And Diddy always dancing. He talking about Diddy. Diddy always dancing. Diddy be all in the videos. Diddy was always dancing.
Oh, hold on. It didn't show for you guys. Oh, I thought you guys saw that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. He was dancing. Got to run through. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. I thought you guys saw this.
Look, here we go.
Let's go back. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Hold on. Let's go back to this.
That's the best.
Janice, a predator.
Janice, how are you feeling?
Do an interview with me. Your son is a predator. He's a predator and he's a predator.
Janice,
Your son is a predator.
Janice, how are you feeling?
Your son is a predator.
Do an interview with me. Your son is a predator. He's a predator. Right there.
That's the
Speak at the microphone.
order and everything.
The microphone. How is you love your son? Talk to the fact that Jay-Z and I both have some messages. Right there.
I don't know if y'all seen that sign, something about Puff something, but I seen on TikTok earlier that the guy that was holding the sign, he looked very familiar. I don't know his name, but he looked very familiar, and it looked like I seen him around Diddy. Like he could have been bad, like part of like Bad Boy or whatever. Like I seen him on TV a couple of times. I don't know who he was, but he was out there protesting with that sign, talking about he's coming out with a book, a memoir called P. Diddy's touch, like did some crazy stuff to him. And I'm just like, everybody's coming for Diddy right now. Like everybody's trying to get they shine. Like where was y'all at all these years ago? Like why y'all didn't say nothing all these years ago? But I mean, you know
Well,
what I
of
mean?
course, it's no, it's human nature that when something of this magnitude happens,
You hit a million.
everybody you gonna have many people coming through and try to capitalize off of this
Everybody.
situation.
Mhm.
Again, ride the wave. They're gonna all come through, and you're gonna have so many people coming out the woodwork, having so many stories. Some may be true, and some may not be true. Let me tell you something. With the this whole Diddy trial, even though I am covering it as much as I can and bringing it to you guys, um, I don't believe everything that I hear.
Liz
Okay,
got a point.
because you do. What Liz said, the media is something else, constantly trying to get a reaction. What kind of questions do you love? Listening, how
Absolutely.
you
Like
feeling?
that's like
But
my
let
kid.
me make this question. Let me make this point. At the end of the day, you're gonna have so many people that are gonna be coming out the woodwork. I mean, we're not done yet. I think what the last time I checked, there was 120 people that came out, and trust me, guys, that the FBI or Homeland Security, whomever have you, they are doing their due diligence, and they released a statement that they are really vetting these people. And I mean, in a situation of this magnitude, you're probably going to have some people that maybe were there at the Diddy party, but were not directly affected, but they're going to portray as if they were because everybody's here quick payday. It's like knock a man when he's down. Now, by no means am I saying that Diddy was right in anything that he did or allegedly did. By no means am I saying that, but you're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna jump on the bandwagon. They're gonna try to take him down because it's an opportunity to capitalize on the situation.
Absolutely.
They know he's an alleged billionaire. They're gonna try to capitalize. They're gonna try to get as much money as they can, and they're
Absolutely.
gonna try to throw all these false accusations out. Some again, some are real. I mean, some are truthful, some are not. You just gonna have to sift through the BS to really get down to the truth. And I would hope that Homeland Security, they are doing their due diligence again, as they stated, and they are really vetting these people to find out which stories are the truth and which stories are a lie. What were you gonna say, Miss Prada?
Oh no, I totally agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, again, it's very unfortunate that he's in this situation. Diddy's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
this Diddy case is like freaking OJ. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
Mm-hmm.
like the new OJ for our generation. So it's definitely doing a lot more.
I'm
That's what
not black. I'm OJ.
hey, but see, and it's funny,
Okay.
the person look, okay, and the person who made that song, um,
Jay Z. Oh,
go to court. But
shut up.
but
Shut up.
allegedly, because that's my favorite. I don't want to get canceled. I love you. Uh,
That's my favorite. I love him.
I love him.
Mhm.
But I just really hope everything was meant to happen is gonna play out. So it's just it is what it is at this point.
And to Liz's point, the media is something else, constantly trying to get a reaction. What kind of questions do you love your son? Absolutely. To me, that was so freaking low down to say something like that. The way they taunted that woman when she was walking into that court, that was so low down to say some stuff like that. That woman did not deserve that, okay? She did not deserve that. That is her child. How dare you say something like that about her child? Now, while I do understand the allegations against him are just horrendous, they're unimaginable, some of them. That's that woman's child. And again, as I stated to you guys in my previous video, go back and watch it. Um, as kids, because we're all kids to someone, you do not tell your parents everything. Every little sneaky, creaky, secret, sneaky, freaky secret about you, you don't go and tell your parents that. You tell them some things on an as needed basis. Now, I'm really good. I have a very close relationship with my mom. I share a lot of things with her. I listen. Yeah, my mom knows a lot. I share a lot with her, but there are things that I do not share with her about my life, and some things I should not share with her. It's not her business. So I would think if I had to think about it being a child of someone, I would think the things that maybe he is accused of, maybe some of them he did, some of them he did not do. He would not go on sharing that with his mother. That's something she would not know. Maybe she was at the parties. But when the baby oil, allegedly, and the spiked champagne and all that stuff came out, I'm sure his mama, allegedly, was not sneaking and creeping with the people. I'm sure his mama went laid up in there, getting all kind of things going on. I'm sure she was not doing that. So I would have to think, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I would think this woman had no idea of the things that allegedly her son was up to, if he did any of these things. I just wouldn't think this woman knew. And so for the paparazzi to taunt her like that, that is horrible to me. That is horrible. I don't know Miss Janice Combs, but I feel for her. I feel for her because throughout the process and the throughout this whole trial, I think a lot of things she's about to find out about her child that no parent wants to hear about their child. And if some of you guys are parents out there, I'm sure you guys would not like to know certain things about your children. Some things you should keep to yourself. I think if I try to tell my mom something, some things she's gonna be like, all right, wait a minute, keep that to yourself. Now we share a lot, a whole lot. But I think some things you just don't, as a parent, you just would not want to know about your child. And I think some of those allegations, Miss Combs does not want to know about her child. So for them to do that to her, I feel bad for her. Like that's just horrible, guys. That's horrible. Give the lady some grace because she does not know, you know. And speaking of Diddy, we're gonna get into our last Diddy story of the. Oh no, we're not. It's not the last one. Let's get into our next story. The ex-boyfriend of one of the women accusing Diddy reportedly claims she offered him money to back her story. So again, thank you to the Shade Room. Recently, Thalia Graves filed a lawsuit against Diddy, alleging that she was raped and the incident was recorded. Now, her ex-boyfriend has reportedly claimed she tried to bribe him to back her alleged story. According to an alleged November 2023 text message exchange that was seen by TMZ, shout out to them, Graves reportedly told a man who was her boyfriend that she planned on suing Diddy because he's the one that has the money. Quote, the site reports that at the time she offered her now ex-boyfriend $3 million if he agreed to back her alleged story, stating, what do you need? Meal. TMZ says that they have spoken to Graves, who is the ex-boyfriend, who confirmed the validity of the text messages. Her ex reportedly said he interrupted the offer. He interpreted the offer as a bribe and then blocked her number and social media pages. Diddy's legal team reportedly has copies of the text message exchange. Graves' attorney responded to the situation and said it is very common that rich, powerful men and their supporters attempt to discredit, shame, and humiliate accusers who have the courage to come forward. The complaint speaks for itself. Our client is looking forward to her day in court. Miss Prada, what do you think about that?
Everybody looking for a check.
I need a minute. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Everybody looking for a check. Everybody's looking for a come up. And that's how I take this story. Like right now, we all have to realize Diddy is the center of attention. And Diddy is worth so much. So all these people that quote unquote, and I'm gonna say quote unquote because all commentary here is alleged. All these people is coming out and saying Diddy did this, Diddy did that, and this was from 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 years ago, and y'all coming out now saying this man did all this to y'all, this, that, and the third. This person, we never even heard of her. Like we don't. I never even heard of her. Like who is this Graves, uh, person or whoever this is? I never even heard of her. You understand what I'm saying? So you have all these people. That's like when you win the lottery and you got millions of dollars. You got all these quote unquote family members that you never even heard of, never even checked on you, never bought nothing for you or your child day in your life. They come out of nowhere and be like, hey, cousin, or hey, fam, Why? Because they want something from you, and people feel like, and like I said, you when a man is down, you kick him when he's down. That's very when he's vulnerable. So everybody's trying to attack Diddy. I feel like at this point, and I don't have no remorse for him whatsoever. Like you get everything that comes to you. How you live your life and the type of person that you are, that determines how everybody else around you treat you. And I'm a firm believer in that. So the fact that he's going through all of this, I don't feel sorry for him at all. But I mean, I'm not gonna say it's unfortunate, but you gotta expect that when you're at your lowest in your life, that's when everything else in your life just start falling apart. And right now, Diddy is literally like a yarn. He's like a ball of yarn, and he's just literally just being unraveled. Like he's literally being unraveled, and he's almost getting down to that last string, is what I think. Mackenzie, what you think about it?
Okay. So I do agree with you on some of that, that the fact that, everybody's going to jump on this bandwagon and this sinking ship to try to collect whatever they can collect from him. And as I stated previously, there are going to be a lot of people that come out of the woodworks to make up these different bogus stories. However, with this situation, you don't think it could have been a point that you don't think that maybe he was paid off?
It's possible. Like I said, it's possible because when you have that much money as Diddy, you could pay people to be silent, and he's done that. It's been
Mm-hmm.
proven. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So
Allegedly.
allegedly, or everything we saying is alleged, y'all. So I believe it because if I had that much money and I could pay somebody off to be quiet, first of all, I wouldn't be paying nobody off anything. Like I'm making
Because I
everybody
wouldn't have did nothing to get myself in that situation. But
that part. And
proceed.
if I did, everybody signed the NDAs, and that's just gonna be that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he didn't do that clearly, I believe he probably did pay. I mean, come on, yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, I think this guy was maybe paid off. And see, the thing is, for me, I know, I realize how the media, and this goes back to what Liz said right there. The media is something else.
Mm-hmm.
The media can also, they can be paid off as well, especially when it comes to these bigger media outlets. They
Yeah.
can be paid off, and they can be paid off to try to persuade or try to sway the public's opinion of this person. Because not only is he in the legal court, he's also in the court of public opinion as well. And so the media could be paid off too. And I'm not saying this is what happened, but the media can also work alongside to try to spin a narrative, to put out a narrative that maybe this person is lying. My whole thing is, for me, I want to see the text messages.
Yeah.
Show me the text messages.
Show me them receipts, baby.
Show me the receipts. I gotta see it. I gotta see it improve. I gotta see it improve, because other than that, I'm just not gonna go with that. Again, all of it is alleged, so I'm not gonna 100% go with her as well.
Right.
I'm not gonna 100% go behind her because she
Crazy thing,
could be
but for me,
chasing clout.
the crazy thing is it's the boyfriend
Yeah.
saying
Why
all
would she feel comfortable enough to send him something like that? And according to some things that I scrolled past or heard earlier this week on other blog sites, he is the one that initially initiated this situation,
yeah.
because he told her allegedly that he saw a tape and she was on it, which in turn made her go and file a lawsuit.
Now
So
she knew she was on the tape.
yeah, well, again, allegedly they're claiming that some of these people did not know that they were being recorded. A lot of them had no idea that they were being recorded, because these recordings were allegedly used as blackmail towards people to get them to do whatever he needed them
Okay,
to do,
so
or
if
serve
hold
whatever
on,
purpose they needed.
keyword. Look what you just said. These
Mm-hmm.
recordings was used as blackmail. So if you did something that person didn't like, and he said, "Well, I got you on video," now you know you was on video, so you
Maybe he
knew.
didn't tell her. Maybe he didn't tell her. There is a world that two things can be true at one time. So maybe, listen,
Ooh,
a clock is right at least one time a day. You see what I'm saying? But maybe it is a world that maybe he didn't tell her. And the boyfriend brought that up and told her, hey, like, listen, I saw you on some tapes. And that's what they're allegedly saying. That he told her, he's the one that gave her the heads up that he saw the tapes. And which in turn she went and filed the lawsuit because she was on those tapes. Now, this is from what I'm hearing in the streets, child, in these YouTube streets. You know, the people be talking. And you know, I be listening.
that part.
But
I
speaking
keep an
on
ear.
Diddy, again, now our last Diddy story of the night. Devontae Swing, guys.
Here we go.
With our friends over the Jasmine brand, Jodeci. Y'all remember the singing R&B group Jodeci?
Coming
Casey,
up.
JoJo, Devontae, and who else? It was one more.
I don't know who
I was
he
almost
is.
about to say damn Cisco.
My sister.
Devontae Swing was recently added to one of Diddy's ongoing essay lawsuits. As we previously covered, a woman named Liza Gardner filed a civil lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs and singer Aaron Hall back in 2023, accusing the man of pumping her and a friend with drugs and alcohol before taking turns actually assaulting them back in the 1990s. In a recent amendment made to the suit, Gardner claims Devontae Swing, who worked closely with Diddy at the time, was the one who set her up to be, assaulted in the first place and was present during the assault but did not intervene. An excerpt from the revised court document obtained by Rolling Stone reportedly states, unbeknownst to Ms. Gardner at the time, defendant Swing was in the room when the assault took place and did not take any steps to prevent this abuse from occurring. The woman who was allegedly assaulted by Diddy and Hall added that Swing was leaning against the wall or furniture or something, watching whatever Puffy was doing to Liza. Gardner also alleged that Swing was acting as her co-guardian at the time, as she was 16 when the incident happened and he was 21. She claimed that he, and I quote, had a deputy to protect the child as her parents entrusted him with her safety, end quote. The plaintiff says that rather than keeping her safe, Swing is guilty of providing a child with alcohol and marijuana and prostituting the child to his A&R Combs. The
Oh,
report
child.
notes that it does not appear Swing has responded to the suit at the time, as he's currently on a European tour with Jodeci.
Child. 1990. That was 34 years ago.
Well,
Okay.
New York introduced that new law where victims have the right to go back. Like that's what Cassie fell up under. They have the right to go back and
Okay,
bring those
and
charges
it
back
don't
up.
matter. Why would you? This is my thing. Why would you wait 30? You could have said that 10 years ago.
But
You
how
could.
many people have come out over the years and have not said, "Look at
It don't
Cassie"?
matter. Why is you waiting for? Basically, all these people is waiting for somebody to put a battery in their back. Like it just take one person for everybody to be like, yeah, he did this, he that. Like I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like if you got assaulted and something
Mhm,
happened to you, speak out about it. Even if it takes you 10 years. Tell your story first. Don't wait for somebody else to tell their shit and then you want to come out and be like, well, you know what? I'm gonna tell mine.
mhm,
Like, because at this point, that's 34 years ago, sweetheart. And we all know how the 90s was back in the day, baby. You understand? What I'm
mhm,
saying? You could be
mhm,
16. Okay, yeah, you was 16, but where was your parents at when all this was going down? And we all
mhm,
know what the 90s, well, I know what the 90s was because I lived in New York, so I know what the 90s was in New York. But
mhm,
the 90s era, period. Everybody know how the
mhm.
90s era was. Everybody out there, everybody.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna take a different
And
approach
you
with
is
this
gonna,
one.
let's not forget Freaknik.
Well, that was voluntarily. Everybody was having fun, but
But
I'm
that
gonna
was in
take a
the
different
90s.
approach.
But this is the activity that's going on tonight.
Bitch,
What I'm trying to get
bitch,
to.
I ain't trying to get canceled. You can play that game all you want to and you get canceled. I ain't trying to get
I'm
Crown
just
by Kenzie
saying it
canceled.
was just
So I'm not gonna come from a place where I feel like I'm victim shaming. Even though I still would not, because at the end of the day, if you've never been through that, I feel that it you can't really
got a
speak
point.
on the amount of time that it takes someone to come out and speak about what they've been through. Okay, because at the end of the day, sometimes it takes some people longer than it takes others to come out. And maybe they did not feel, because you got to think about the fact of allegedly how they were saying he was threatening people, how he was blowing up cars and doing this and the other. You never know what he may have threatened her or how he may have threatened her to keep quiet about that. And maybe she could have been at the point where she feel bold enough at this point because he's behind bars and now it's all out there to finally come out and speak her truth. So I won't necessarily say, because it's been so long, you know why you gotta say why you saying it now. I wouldn't necessarily say that, because again, we just don't know. Sometimes it takes some people longer than it takes others. I just wouldn't say that, because you just never know. And I don't want to come from a place where it feels like I'm victim shaming, because I'm not going to do that. Look at all those people that came out about Bill Cosby. It took them years, but it took only one person to
Mhm,
start that. And then everything came out at that point.
mhm.
So I'm not going to say that now. Again, two things can be true at one time. She could be telling a lie. She could be telling part of a lie, some of the truth. Who knows? But what I don't want to do is come from a place where I feel like I'm going to victim shame her and make
No,
her
I'm
feel bad.
definitely not. I'm
Feel
not gonna, and that's one thing I'm not gonna do. I feel like what she's
yeah.
saying, I feel like part of what she's saying definitely is true. And I feel like some parts is not true. You understand? Like I
Mhm.
do
Mhm.
believe she, you know what I mean, she was with him in the 90s and she was probably having a
Mhm.
good time and
Mhm. Yeah,
drugs
as they were, like you said,
probably
a drug fueled parties. It
was
ain't the first time we heard
probably
about stuff like this.
allegedly was probably involved,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
feel like that was, but as far as how far it went,
Mhm.
that's between her, the people that was
But
involved.
you remember that story? Do you remember hearing that story about Diddy and Aaron Hall? And Aaron Hall was allegedly
Mhm.
screwing girls or whatnot, screwing
Yep,
women and girls.
yep, I heard
And
about that.
he Diddy would sit there and watch. Remember that
Yep,
story came out a while
uh-huh,
ago.
uh-huh. It's been a lot of weird stuff.
You know the people in the street said that Aaron Hall had the BBC.
Not the BBC. Not the BBC.
I'm just telling you, that's what the people said.
They say he had the BBC.
The people said he had the BBC.
Why we whispering?
Because it's all allegedly.
Oh,
And go back and look at Aaron Hall pictures. The people said that. Go back and do your research. The people said Aaron Hall had the BBC. And and if you think about something, I want you to think about this.
look at
I
Liz.
want you to think about something, right? I want you to think about something. The people said allegedly that Diddy, when him and Cassie were having the freak offs, Diddy had her employ prostitute men with BBCs.
You lying.
I'm just saying. Said the people said he in her
I'm
lawsuit
still whispering.
she had to find guys with BBCs. And mind you, when this all happened, Diddy was young. of the days of Aaron Hall and Jodeci. Diddy was young.
For the young crowd in the back that don't know what BBC is.
You can't tell them on here.
Okay.
Well, you can, but filter the last word. B, big. B, black.
See, okay.
See, okay, bitch, can you not spell?
I left the other letter out purposely.
Oh, right, Lizzie, right.
I left the other letter out purposely, but y'all know what I mean. If you could piece it together. I'm not gonna spell it all out. I'm not gonna
yeah. Look at Lizzie.
She said we know what BB. Okay. Look, Liz, you know what?
My girl, she's a mess.
All right,
My
Liz.
girl, she is a mess.
She said, girl,
yes.
Liz knows what that is. It looks like.
But yeah, so they said Aaron Hall had the BBC, so he was nailing the girls to the cross, and Diddy was right there watching. And I did remember hearing a story that some members or a member, maybe Devontae at this point, was there watching him nail a girl to a cross with the BBC.
That's just nasty. Like,
well, I mean, I ain't gonna kink shame whatever floats your boat.
I mean,
you know,
listen,
people...
I'm not either. Cause I'm about to say I'm a freak too. You understand me? So I'm a freak all day, every day.
We all have done some.
I done some wild stuff.
You tell your shit.
I ain't telling
you.
nothing.
I'm married.
I ain't telling nothing on here. But I done some wild stuff. But doing something like that now, I never. Maybe some role play, but I ain't never like. With underage people, we ain't doing that.
All right, y'all guys, we gonna go ahead and move on from this situation because I expected for this to be 1 hour long, and of course you see that we have went way over 1 hour, guys. But I definitely want to bring you guys. Yeah, I definitely want to bring you guys this next story. Speaking, and while we're on Jailhouse News and liars, allegedly, I want you guys to see this. Take a look.
Fighting, trying not to get emotional. I can see your bottom lip.
I am, because people just don't know me.
Yeah.
I want to adopt a kid, like I want to have all of these things in my life, and I don't want to have a felony on my record for something that I didn't do. So that's what we're fighting for. It's like, it's much, I know that on the surface, it probably seems like, why doesn't he just serve the time? Why doesn't he just let this go? It would be easier if I had in fact done this, to say that I did it. I wouldn't have spent almost $3 million of my own money. I would not have had a trial.
And there are probably a lot of people out there who say that, like, why doesn't he just take this and go and move on with his life?
Because as an entertainer, as a businessman, I probably should. But as a human being, and as a man, as a black man, and as an openly gay black man, I have a problem with letting them win on something that they shouldn't be able to.
I can tell you're fighting, trying not to get emotional.
Just to let it go.
Look at my face still.
Just to let it go.
Let it go. That whole time.
Jussie, let it go. At this point, go ahead, Miss Prada. I got a headache instantly.
He spent, hold on, the article said he spent $3 million to try to fight. $3 million. To try to fight this little case that he lied about, that we all know he lied about, that you was found guilty of, and you trying to get it expunged from your record. First of all, this is a state case, federal case. not federal, felony case. So it could come off your record after, normally it's about 7 years. So you're gonna have to sit with that for 7 years. You paying $3 million to try to push that off your record before 7 years, it's not happening. All they're gonna do, the state is gonna eat your money up, which is what, Chicago, right? Because that's the state that, right.
And I
So
went to Chicago recently. Shout out to Chicago.
that
I
part, I
loved
gotta go
it.
there because they got some good for food and stuff
I
there.
loved it. Mhm.
It's not like New York, but I definitely want to go there. But you paying them all this money to try to expunge your case, which you still gonna be sitting. That case is still sitting. I guarantee you that $3 million he paid, he still got that case. Okay, so that's number one. And number two, why are you trying to fight something that you lied about? You lied about it, bruh. Like, you lied about it. Like, why are you fighting something that you lied about? That's number two. You understand what I'm saying? And then you sitting there talking about it's not about your job, but it's about your character. No, you should have said the reason why you want to get this expunged is because of your job. Like, you don't want no record for your job, but instead you say, no, it's not my job, it's my human being, my person, my persona. Everybody don't know you. So everybody don't know you gonna have,
Nor do they care.
right, nobody cares. So you should have been more worried about, oh, I want to get this expunged for my job purposes, but he didn't say that. So I'm just like, boy, here you go lying again. I'm tired of him.
I'm over it too. At this point, I don't even have a whole lot to say about this anymore. I just don't even have a whole lot to say about this anymore because I'm really, really over it.
That part.
I just feel like it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's just to give it up. We don't care. Okay. I think if he'll be quiet about it, the rest of the world will really forget about it. But as long as you keep bringing it up, as long as you keep bringing this up, it's going to keep this in the minds of the public. If he stop bringing it up, we will all forget about it. Okay, you did what you did allegedly. The guys came out on the. If you watch the documentary, go back and watch the documentary. The two African brothers, they clearly told on you that you set this whole thing up because you were trying to prove a point.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to prove a point, and so just take that L. Listen, we all take L's sometimes in life. We don't want to, and we may try to go down without a fight. But at a certain point, you got to give up, and especially if you don't spend $3 million of your own dollars, give it up. They already don't found you guilty of it, allegedly. I think they already found you guilty of it. Give it up. It's a wrap. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I'm over it. I'm over it. And yeah, I'm over it. And
Yeah.
I gotta fit one more story in with you guys tonight because we're going a little bit longer than usual. We gotta fit one more story in.
We
Or
gonna
two
keep
more.
running. It's been a while.
Yeah, we gotta bring it to you
It's been a
guys.
while,
But
so we gotta bless the people.
speaking of criminals and people that we just don't care, I want you guys to take a look at this and let me know what you think about it.
Oh Lord,
Oh God, it's a slow week.
this might
The
go on
family.
for an hour.
Fame costs. And right here is where you start paying for it in sweat. A famous quote from the hit show Fame by Debbie Allen. But I'd like to say, fame costs. And right here is where you start paying for it in blood, sweat, and tears. I did. Literally. Everybody wants to be on the red carpet, but nobody wants to know what's under the red carpet. On the red carpet is such a facade. It's the lights, cameras. Everybody knows your name. opulence, diamonds, and the popping of champagne. But under the red carpet is pain, trauma, abuse, deceit, lies. And it might even cost you your life. It almost cost me mine. You want to be on the red carpet? Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it.
Oh shit! Hold on, that was a good intro. I ain't gonna hold you.
You excited?
That was a. I'm not excited because I have a
The
lot.
intro was good. The
The
intro was
intro
good.
was very good.
I agree with that. The intro was good. But are you excited?
Very good. But I got a lot to say about that. What you got to say?
Shoot, go for it.
Well, first and foremost, my lips was dry, so I had to moisturize my lips. Second of all,
That book probably gonna be dry too, but go ahead.
and I'm about to say that book is gonna be dry as hell, because how you gonna come out with putting out a tell-all book and you talking about some blood, sweat, and tears? So I'm confused. Are you talking about blood, sweat, and tears like on your dancing? Because you know Miss Andrea Kelly, she dances. So are you talking about the blood, sweat, and tears that you had to, like, quote unquote make your way into the dancing world after your ex-husband, quote unquote, but you still got his last name? After all these accusations and him being locked up, you have to kind of like work on your own and like do your own thing. It was hard for you. So are you going to talk about that? Which is why you said blood, sweat, and tears, and under the red carpet, like everything is not glamour. Like if she's talking from that perspective, then I get it. But then again, it's kind of like, no, I'm not giving you that grace fully, sweetheart, because you was married to this man. All this was going on while y'all was married. You knew it was going on because you said you knew it was going on. Maybe not everything, but you knew some of it. And then on top of that, you still kept this man's last name. And then you still dancing to this man music in your background. Like, what's going on with that, Miss R. Kelly? I'm gonna call her Miss R. Kelly. Like, because that's exactly what she is. Like, I feel like the book is for her to boost
Continue
herself.
to capitalize off of his name.
That
Because
part.
you hit the nail right on the head. Why hasn't she
He
changed
never
her last
changed
name?
her
If
last
he was
name.
such a monster, if he was such a monster, I would not want my last name to be anywhere associated with the name Kelly. I would try to make the world forget that I was even married to that person. If that person
But
was
not
such
only
a
did
monster
you
and
keep
so
his
horrible.
last name, you still dancing to his music in your videos on Instagram.
That's why I don't buy it. I don't buy it. It's all BS to me. I don't buy that. If you felt that strongly and that passionate about all of the alleged horrible things that he did, and he was such a horrible person to you, come close, Andrea Kelly.
Everything come
Come
in.
close. Why are you keeping his last name? I don't have much to say. I don't have anything else to say. If you're that good of a dancer, use your own name. Drop that name.
And don't get me wrong, she could
And,
dance.
and don't get me wrong about the people. I'm gonna keep it real, and the people don't attack me for this one. But
You're gonna get attacked.
Miss Kim Kardashian, as an example, all of her stuff was Kim Kardashian West. But when she decided to divorce that man, her stuff went back to Kim Kardashian.
As she should.
That was it. She was no longer attached to that name. Her kids,
Right.
yeah, she's attached. She's forever attached because she had kids by him. She was married by him. She's a public figure. Yes. But when
Right.
she went back, she could have held on to the last name West to try to get clout off of that last name. But what she do? Immediately dropped it.
Why? She don't need his last name. Her
She don't
family.
need it. She's one of herself.
Exactly.
She's self-made. She's one of herself. So if you're so good with dancing and you feel like you are that girl,
She's not.
then go back to Andrea Cobb or whatever your last name may be. Whatever your maiden
Exactly,
last name
like
may be.
Liz
Go
said.
back to that. What you still rolling off Kelly for? You on Love and Hip, not Love and Hip Hop, what's it called? What was that show with
With who?
my daughter growing up hip hop or whatever? All that you're still riding off of the name Kelly. Get rid of it. If he was such a bad person to you and you
You
knew
talking
none of this stuff going
Mary?
on,
Mary husband?
Married to Hip Hop, whatever one of those hip hop shows were, was the Brad, Deb, Anthony, all the people on there. Remember, she was on there for a season.
Who?
Andrea,
Oh yeah. That was growing
she
up
was on there for a season. So
because
why you still writing off his name?
their daughter was on it, and that's gonna take us to our next story. Buku. Buku was on
I
there.
wasn't even gonna get into it. I was gonna just go ahead and let that
Oh
one
well,
go.
that takes us to the next story. But Buku was on it. I remember that episode because I watched it. But like Liz said, her name was enough on its own. Talking about Kim Kardashian, she didn't need his name. She
Mhm.
didn't need Kanye name. She definitely did not need Kanye name, and she
So my
never.
point in saying that is, if your dancing is so good and you are that girl when it comes to the dance world, why even continue to use his name?
Clearly, she needs to for the clout.
Exactly. So you still getting clout off of him. So why try to do a tell-all book? To me, doing a tell-all book is now you just further trying to gain clout off of his name. Leave it alone. Let him go. If he was that horrible, and if he did what we're just now finding out that is now alleged against him, which is going to take us into our next story, then why would you even want his name? Take a
That
look.
Everything. For a long time, I didn't even want to believe that it happened. I didn't know that even if he was a bad person, that he would do something to me. I really feel like that 1 millisecond completely just changed my whole life. If my son asks questions, I'm gonna be as truthful as possible. But I will not be taking my son to a prison to meet his grandfather.
R. Kelly. Oh, oh, that's on right now. What's that? What that say? I gotta subscribe. I gotta subscribe. What's the channel that's on?
TV1.
I'll find
TV1.
it. T1. Okay.
In a new documentary, R. Kelly's daughter, Buku B, shares an emotional story about her father's actually abusing her at the age of 10. Kelly's lawyer issued a statement denying that Buku's allegations have any validity to them. And I quote, Mr. Kelly vehemently ugh, denies these allegations. His ex-wife made the same
You on the
allegation
list?
years ago. And,
You on the list?
Who?
You.
Shut up. You ain't gonna put me on the list of words. I just can't pronounce it. I know the word. You tried it. Because
I
you
know
guys
the word
don't know.
too.
You talk about the list I'm going on here. I have a special list
Let nobody know
that I
about that.
put
Keep
people
reading.
on
Keep reading.
because it ain't because they can't pronounce them because they have a list and they wear braces like me. They just say the daggone word wrong. So you tried
Anyway,
it.
his
Anywho,
ex-wife.
made the same allegation years ago, and it was investigated by the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services and was unfounded. And the filmmakers, whoever they are, did not reach out to Mr. Kelly or his team to even allow him to deny these hurtful claims, according to Kelly's attorney, Jennifer Bojine, via People. I
Well,
think the money don't ran out, so everybody got to get some money. But I'm not victim shaming, so I'm not saying that he did not do that to her, and I'm not saying by all means that it could not taking her time to finally come out and speak out about this. But I would have go ahead, Miss Prada.
I was gonna say, let's break down.
Hmm.
I'm not even gonna try to say the word. Mackenzie, you said it.
Vehemently.
Yep. Um, for those for those that don't know what the word means, that's like basically saying like you very passionate.
Hmm.
So pretty much like he was very passionate and like saying like, oh, she said this.
She. I mean, he. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was very passionate and he was like, oh, she said this. Oh no, that's a lie. And da da da. Like that's what that word means.
Hmm.
If I had to act
I'm
it
sure the
out.
people are smart, but thank you, Miss Prada.
I'm
Thank
just
you, Miss
saying
Prada, for
because
that
a lot of
lesson.
me personally, I
And
ain't know how to
vehemently.
pronounce it. I ain't know how to pronounce it. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I had to look it up before we came on here. I'm like, wrong with you.
Oh, I knew what it meant. I just have a hard time pronouncing the word
I
braces,
didn't know
and I
what it
have a
meant. I did
slight
my
miss.
research. It's called researching, and a lot of people don't do that
But through
nowadays.
speech therapy, I'm gonna get past that. So y'all, don't worry.
You're gonna be
Anywho,
good.
continue.
Give him about a year, y'all. He gonna be okay. But but
Uh, ah.
with this article, I really feel like I'm not gonna say she's lying because I would never say that on anybody's truth. Like everybody has their own
Mhm.
truth, but
Right.
there is obviously there's always I always say there's three sides to the story.
Mhm.
There's three sides. There's this side, that side, and there's always the truth. Everybody's gonna
Your
be
truth, their truth, your side, their side, and God's side.
exactly. And of course, everybody on the opposite sides is gonna make they truth fit how they want it to fit for everybody. So with that being said, I just feel like do I feel like he touched her? I don't want to say he did, but with all these allegations, with all these younger girls and stuff, it's a possibility. It's a strong possibility that it started in the home. It started in the home. And I feel like with his wife, ex-wife, I feel like with her, she was abused. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. This is me speaking. Like I said, everything is alleged. I feel like he abused her and possibly abused a little girl, and he kept her on silent about everything.
Well,
And
abuse sometimes when it comes to abuse like that, I'm sorry to cut you off. When it comes to abuse like that, sometimes it can be an ongoing thing. The abusee becomes the abuser. Because remember, allegedly, it was long said that his sister abused him like that.
it trickles down. Yeah. So he came from a whole history of abuse.
Hmm.
So like I said, I feel like he did some type of abuse with that little girl, his daughter Buku, and I feel like he did abuse her, which led
Hmm.
into all the other abuses with all these other cases that he has going against him. You understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like there's something psychologically within his brain
Hmm.
which is making him feel like it's okay to do that. And like you said, it probably streams from the abuse that he suffered as a child.
Hmm.
And they're not talking. Not once, not once. Did you hear or
Hmm.
did I hear about him getting any type of therapy or help
Some
about
kind.
that?
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Did you hear anything about that
Hmm.
at all?
Not one.
When that documentary was aired, when everything came
Hmm.
out about him, did y'all hear
Hmm.
not once anything about this man getting help?
Hmm.
He needs help. Like I understand, yeah, he did this and the third, but why did you got to look at the why? Why did he do that? Because of what he went through. And honestly, I feel like I'm not gonna say society failed him, but the people around him should have got him more help because that money and that fame, that was all blindsided. Everybody said, well, they turned to cheat. Everybody turned to cheat. And
They
that's the
turned a blind eye to it.
Exactly. And
Because it
that's
was all about the money. The
right.
people didn't really care about him. The people would. I feel like when you're at that level of success and you have that much money, you have that many people around you, and people who are outside of your family, they tend to turn a blind eye, just like with Diddy. I think a lot of people, they know things, they've seen things, but they turn a blind eye to it because they're there only for the money. They don't care about you. They're only there for what they can
Yeah.
benefit and what they
Yeah.
can profit from. And when it
Yeah.
all comes crushing down on you, like Diddy, now everybody speaks out and everybody says everything. Hence, the bodyguards. They're all speaking out now. But why y'all didn't say all this years ago about all the abuse and all the things that you allegedly witnessed back in the day? Because again, kick a man when he's down. Now it's time to speak out about it. Now, in no means am I saying that's why his daughter's speaking out about it. I can't say that, and I'm not going to do that because she's the victim in this. That's a child. I'm not going to say this, but something tells me this ain't the mother's first time hearing this either. She been knew it. And I feel like maybe she convinced
Remember,
her
she came
allegedly,
out. Don't forget, she came out a couple of years ago and said the same
and
shit.
she said she knew, she saw it.
Yeah, but
She saw it. I think she knew about the
closed
girls in the
the case.
basement.
They closed the case. Remember that? They closed the
Yeah.
case.
And the lawyer just clearly said CPS investigated this and they didn't find any they didn't find anything. So at the end of the day, I don't feel like this is the mother first time they hearing that, and that's shame on her. That is shame on her because I feel like it's a motive behind this. It is a motive. I feel like the money drying up, and now it's time to get back out there, at least on the mother's end. The money has dried up because, again, clearly, like I said before, point proven, your name ain't enough.
That part.
You have to use that Kelly last name, and you got to try to find some way to profit off of his downfall. Because hell, why you come out with this book years ago when all this stuff first started coming out? That would have been the most opportune time to
Exactly. She
do
should have
it.
came
Now
out.
we don't want to hear it. The
She
people
should have
don't want to
came out
hear
with
it.
the book when the documentary came out. Right after the documentary, you should drop your book.
Exactly. She should have dropped the book then. We don't want to hear it now. It's too late.
What
We know
happened?
all we want to know. What you gonna tell us now that we don't already know? We don't want to hear it.
But like
These
Liz
people.
said, it's just it hits it's different. Like she said, it was her daughter. Yeah, 20 years later.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it would not be addressed 20 years later. You absolutely right. It
we
is
would address that then.
like we gonna be addressing that now. So like I said, it's all about money.
Money, 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 money,
Money, money,
money.
money.
That money
Everybody,
drying up. It's becoming like the
everybody like
Sahara around there when it comes. Their bank account getting real dry like the Sahara. So
that
they
part.
having to come and speak out.
That whole
You see what
part.
I'm saying? Not the daughter, but I'm just saying the mother. Let's go ahead and write a book to try to get some. But I'm curious to see how much it's gonna sell because the people don't care no more. It is what it is.
Well, I won't be
And
buying it, but I will be watching the sales.
I damn sure won't be buying it. And I honestly really don't give a damn. And I'm just gonna be real honest with you. And I'm gonna skip the story that we were supposed to get to, and I'm gonna get to our next story because y'all, we need some happier news. I'm tired of all these people with no. Before we get into that, I want you guys to get into this. And I got something to say about this. Okay. Let's watch and pay attention.
He's still doing stories. I told him I got pee.
Oh, Toya. Don't mind her. I want you guys to get into this story and I want you guys to hear this. I want you guys to hear this. Only my cousin. Lizzie, you heard that one. Only my cousin. God knows. I want you guys I want you guys to hear this story. Take a look and let's discuss on the other side.
This with all due respect. Haiti is one of the poorest countries in the world. In fact, they say it is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Have you ever wondered how in the world can Haiti share an island with the Dominican Republic? And you can go to the DR and turn up and go 70 miles in one direction and see a place where people are still dying from E. coli. Well, I'll tell you why, because in the 1700s, when the African slaves came to the island of Haiti and they introduced an idea called voodoo. And so we look at Haiti and we ask, why is it one of the poorest countries in the world? It is not because it is full of ignorant black people. They are as smart and as intelligent as you are, but there is a spirit. I say this with all due respect. Haiti is one of the...
Guys, listen. I do not make it my best bet to go against a man of God, an alleged man of God. Okay. I do not make it my best bet to do that. However, we have to be very gentle with this one. Pastor Keon, you full of it. You full of it. And in my opinion, at this point, you ain't no better than the other people that's out there bashing the country of Haiti. I'm going to say this. I think you need to go back and do your research on the country of Haiti. Okay? Those people are not the Haitian people. Welcome back, Miss Prada. Welcome back. Ooh, you had a hot mic moment. You had a hot mic moment. Hence
We not
Liz
going to talk
laughing.
about it.
Yet again, you had a hot mic moment.
Look, this is live.
This
That's
is
how you know
live,
it's
so
live. This is not recorded,
anything is
y'all.
bound to happen.
Live. This is live, live, live.
Okay, so I'm gonna share this story again and let the people. Sorry, Lizzie, we got to go back through this again, but let's watch this again, Tori. Miss Prada, let's watch this.
I already know what we on.
Okay.
I was so mad with this.
Due respect, Haiti is one of the poorest countries in the world. In fact, they say it is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Have you ever wondered how in the world can Haiti share an island with the Dominican Republic? And you can go to the DR and turn up and go 70 miles in one direction and see a place where people are still dying from E. coli. Well, I'll tell you why, because in the 1700s, when the African slaves came to the island of Haiti and they introduced an idea called voodoo. And so we look at Haiti and we ask, why is it one of the poorest countries in the world? It is not because it is full of ignorant black people. They are as smart and as intelligent as you are, but there is a spirit. I say this with all due respect. Haiti is one of the poorest countries in the world. In fact, they say it is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Have you ever wondered how in the world can Haiti share an island with the Dominican Republic? And you can go to the DR and turn up.
And I did.
I don't like that.
I don't either. I don't either.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that whatsoever. At the end of the day, again, like I told the people,
I love Liz.
I think
I love her.
Thank you for enjoying, Lizzie. Mwah. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you so
I'm
much
glad
for
she ain't got no
enjoying.
kid this weekend. Enjoy your weekend.
It's
Enjoy it.
11 p.m. Friday.
I ain't got no kids.
55 degrees. You
Hey.
ain't got no kids, and ain't no kids got you.
That part.
Enjoy.
My kids got
Enjoy,
me though.
Lizzie.
They
I
in the
wish you
bed.
had came up here to Greensboro, girl. We could have hung out. But we'll set up a
Oh,
date,
and look, I
Lizzie.
was off this weekend too.
Yeah, well, you off every weekend. We'll set up a weekend, Lizzie, to hang out because you close. Lizzie lives. I won't put out where she lived, but she lived not even 45 minutes away from us.
Okay,
So
well then she local. She local.
yeah, yeah, she local. So
Mm,
definitely we have to hang out.
absolutely.
Um, I told the people I just really don't appreciate this. I feel like the Haitian community has just been really attacked. They've been on the forefront front of the attacks, and we know who started this. I can't get into it due to I still have a job, guys, and I'm a government, and so I can't speak on certain things. Some things I just cannot get into. Um, that's why I ain't tell them exactly. That could be any daggone direction.
She in High Point, y'all.
It-
She in High Point.
that could be any direction.
She in High
Winston
Point.
Salem, child.
Let me just go
Winston
ahead and throw it
Salem.
out there. She in High Point. Archdale, she out there.
But yeah, okay, but yeah, but yeah, so I feel like the Haitian community has been on the forefront of being attacked lately, and that's just not cool. That's just not cool. And I think Pastor Keon, while I do not make it my best bet to go against a pastor, I feel like he is wrong. He is absolutely wrong. And I think he needs to go back before he open his mouth, and he needs to go back and he needs to do the history of Haiti. Also, go back and do the history of voodoo, of voodoo. I think it's called voodoo. Go back and do that because before there was Christianity, what do you think was practiced? Go back and do your history. So now we're going to put this on the Haitian community, and we're going to attack them amongst the various attacks that they have endured lately. I'm just not with that. Don't attack that community. And also, I feel personally attached to it because my little cousins are part Haitian, and that's what we not gonna do. Okay, Keon Henderson, we're not gonna attack my little cousins in their heritage. Miss Prada, speak on it because you're closer to it than I am, even closer.
Well, what I would like to
Give
say,
let the people know. Let the people know.
I'm gonna let the people know that I am not Haitian myself, but I am Haitian by association. My fiance is Haitian American, and our children is Haitian American, obviously. So Haitian runs in their blood and runs in his blood. And I just feel like these allegations is what he's saying is very untrue, unfalse. Um yes, the
Not
Haitian
unfalse. They are false.
unfalse, that's my word, it's unfalse.
Oh.
Um yes, the Haitian community, there is something called a mambu, which is like a
Mhm.
mambu priest that does, spiritual like worship, and it's not supposed to be like evil, but you basically tell the mambu like what you want, to happen and what you want done, and then the mambu put this prayer out there, and then boom, stuff start happening. If y'all seen Love and Hip Hop Miami, and y'all seen Love and Hip Hop Miami with Flo and all of them, and them Haitian people, y'all could kind of understand what I'm saying with that part. But
Mhm.
do Haitians practice voodoo? No. But there is a certain religion
Mhm.
that deals with, I want to say, because I worship God, so I'm going to call it voodoo. That verse that they do with
And that's
voodoo.
what it's called. But it's
But
the history
not
of it.
not all Haitians do that, and not all Haitians believe in that. You understand what I'm saying?
And they're not meaning it for evil.
Right, and it's not meaning for evil, because, like I said, if you look at Love and Hip Hop Miami, and you watch Love and Hip Hop Miami with Flo and all of them, and they was on there with Trina and stuff, you will see she went to the girl went to the mambu. She went to the mambu, which is a priest. She
Let
went
me
to the
take a
priest
second to go ahead.
and she wanted to like cast away like all the evil spirits she had against her because she felt like everything was against her. And one of the things that she felt was against her was her sister. And the Mamu priest asked her, like, well, do you want me to harm her? Which is kind of weird. And she said, no, I don't want you to harm my sister, but like just, like just pretty much teach her a lesson, like just get her off of me, just like all the other bad spirits. And some bad things did happen to her sister as far as like not health wise, but relationship wise and stuff like that. But it what he said about the Haitian community, like I said, it was just very bad. And I just feel like the Haitian community is taking a very hit right now, especially with what Trump was talking about, them eating cats and all that. Like, nobody's doing that. Trump, like, come on. And like I said, like, I'm engaged, practically married, because we've been together for over a decade. Wedding coming soon. To somebody who's of Haitian descent. Like, I love Haitian music. I love Haitian food. I never had any of this experience that everybody's talking about with Haitians. Have I been to Haiti? No. Will I ever go to Haiti? No. At least not right now, because you see what's, if you don't know what's going on, the gangs and all that is killing people. Like, they have a lot of internal stuff going on within their country. Me as a tourist, I would not be going there. So it's a lot going on. But will I ever want to go visit Haiti? Absolutely. Would I want my
Well,
kids to go? Absolutely. But right now, no.
but and with all that said, I just want to circle back around to the fact that I think before you start speaking, before we start putting negative such a negative narrative on the Haitian community, I
Definitely.
think you need to do your research first.
Absolutely.
Stop speaking on
Absolutely.
things that you know nothing about. In
Absolutely.
every community, there are people who do things for evil. And even in the Christian community, you have some people that pray negatively towards other people. Okay,
Absolutely.
let's take it out from the Haitian community. Let's just put it in regular Christianity, everyday Christianity. You do have those people who pray negatively towards you, pray for somebody's downfall. They pray for all kinds of negative things. So that's in each and every community. But I think again, before we start going speaking and putting that negative narrative out about a community, which has already been partly tarnished lately,
Yeah.
I think you need to do your research and find out where the history of voodoo comes from. And it is
Absolutely.
not anything new. It has a long line. Exactly. I think there are versions of voodoo in all cultures, including people who are
I was
Christians.
about to
Look at
say
Cajuns in Louisiana,
New
for
Orleans,
example. There are
baby.
a lot of spiritual things in the Southern culture. Absolutely.
I was about to
Absolutely,
say
Liz.
New
You are
Orleans,
absolutely right.
baby.
Absolutely right.
You just
So
came from New Orleans, baby.
am about to go back. Hey.
New Orleans, baby.
About to go back very, very, very soon. And let's get into our last story because we running on 2 hours, so I want to go ahead and get to our last story of the night. I got a question for you guys, and this is for ladies only, and maybe some men too, chair. I want to know, and y'all tell me.
What you want to know?
This is according and shout out to our friends over at Hollywood Unlocked, Jason Lee. I want you guys to watch this and then we're gonna then you give me your feedback on that.
Ooh, I already seen that.
Young Miami and Ari Fletcher sure love kissing each other. Look. Now, what I want to know for the ladies in the room, and this is our last story, and we're going to close out on this. What I want to know from the ladies in the room, do y'all make it a habit of getting drunk with your girlfriends and kissing on them? And is that considered gay? Because let me make a point here. When it's girls, everybody think it's cute. Oh, it's just what they do. Girls get together, they make out, they may
Do
eat each other out.
right. But
They
let
do
it
whatever.
be. But
But
let it
let
be.
it be two guys. It is deemed automatically as gay, 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 and more
Mhm.
gay. And now you ostracized and you shunned from everything straight.
He was
Because now at this point, you're gay. But these two women sit here making out, and this ain't the first time that they all made out.
Damn.
They're not, nobody's considering them gay. Oh, it's just a good time. So I want to know from the ladies in the room, and some of the fellas too, because we're gonna get to you. We're gonna get over to y'all. But I want to know first from the ladies in the room, do y'all make it a habit of getting drunk and kissing your girlfriends and making out with them and going any further? And to the guys in the room, no judgment. I've been a lot of places. I've seen a lot of faces. And I've seen a lot of things in my life with guys and girls. Do y'all guys think it's okay to get drunk and make out with your homeboys and nobody consider it gay? And I'm gonna answer this real quick. Before you answer this, Miss Prada, I'm gonna answer this. I think what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If y'all ain't from the South, y'all don't know what that means. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay, if you can do it, I can do it too. So why can't guys get a little tipsy and make out with their friends too, and nobody ostracize them? Um, Lizzie, that is Young Miami City Girls. Oh,
He said, "Ain't nobody eating carpet." Oh, no carpet tunnel
not a carpet
around
muncher.
here.
Not a carpet muncher.
Not no carpet tunnel.
But let me take a sip off of that one.
No carpet munch. Carpet tunnel around here.
But
I'm with Liz.
I want to know, and I want to know what the girls think too.
I'm with Liz.
That's Young Miami from the City Girls, Lizzie, and the other girl is Ari Fletcher. I think she's in a relationship with not Yo Gotti, Moneybag Yo, and she has a baby from who told you? That's your avenue. I don't know them like that.
G Herbo.
Okay, whoever he's a boxer, ain't he?
No, G Herbo. You was at the concert. He was at the concert.
Oh, that's the guy that got the baby by Fabulous baby mother.
Yeah,
His
Tiana.
wife, Tiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
So yeah, she's famous because of. But anywho, that's not the first time I've seen them making out. Listen, I ain't know. What's the other guy with the tooth?
Not Javonta.
Not that.
Not
Oh, Javonta. That's his name. Okay.
No,
I don't know. That Miss Prada, that's your generation. I don't know them folks. But anywho, that's not the first time I've seen them make out. So my question is, ladies, are you okay with this? Do you guys do this? And how do you feel if two guys, straight guys, as allegedly they are, straight guys got together and made out? And just because they were drunk and they just decided to make out, do you guys deem that as being straight? Shoot, Miss Prada, tell me what you think about this whole situation.
First and foremost,
You got
first and foremost, it's not okay in my opinion. Me and my girls would never do that. Like, first of all, I would never hang with a girl that would want to do anything like that. Okay. If I got a circle of friends, okay, ladies, we have a circle of friends and we all got different friends. We got the drunk friend. We got the friend that's like the designated driver friend. We got the friend that would like hold your bag friend. We got the friend like should pay for stuff, friends. Like we got ladies. I'm not gonna let these guys know everything, but we have friends for every situation. So with that being said, it was just them two. And they tonguing each other down like that. I would never, out of all those friends I just told y'all about, and the ones I didn't tell y'all about, I would never in my life tongue none of my friends down like that. First of all, I'm not even kissing you in your mouth. First and foremost, I don't know what DICK you was SUCKING the night before. You understand what I'm saying? Or the minute before, or the hour before we hooked up. You understand? Like I'm not doing it. That's just nasty. I don't even do that with my own kids. And I will probably be more safe.
You shouldn't be tonguing your kids down in the mouth like that.
Look, listen, I'd rather, if I had to choose between my kids,
go off, sis.
If I had to choose between my kids and a friend, obviously I would choose my kids. But even still, that's just all still nasty. If I had to choose, that's what I would choose.
What do you think about the guys doing it? Do you think straight guys, it's okay for straight guys to get together
gay.
and make out when they drunk?
Gay. That's gay. That's just 100% gay. It's no ifs, ands, buts about that. You are gay. And that's just that. Like,
all right, guys.
Now, people may be like, well, you ain't say nothing about if two girls do it. Well, I'm going to speak on me. I'm not going to do that with my girls and my friends. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, we're not going to do that. But if I see other females doing it, I'm going to assume the same thing. I'm like, well, maybe they gay. Like, when I see stuff like that, I just be like,
they're self-proclaimed straight.
Huh?
And the guys think it's fine. They're self-proclaimed straight, and the guys think it's fine. Guys are okay with that.
It's not.
So I'm trying to figure out, why is it okay for them to do that when guys can't do it? I mean,
yeah,
we're all supposed to be equal, right?
Liz gonna tell Liz add me on Facebook. I'm with Liz. Like, I don't do that. Like, that's just nasty. I don't do that at all. And then as a guy, for you to do that with a guy?
Well, hold on, bitch.
No offense. If you're not out, you know what I'm saying? You have a lot of men still that do that, and they have not come out. So, you know, same thing with females. You got a lot of females that do it too, and they have not come out. And I feel like there's a whole big thing about that too, because don't get it twisted. Like, you got females that be in the closet too that don't come out. And I feel like men get hit hard more about that than females, but that's a whole different other topic and conversation.
Yes, and so with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and cut that right there. First of all, I want to thank you all so much. And what Liz is saying, honestly, females and males, doesn't matter. If they do it, at the very least, they're bias curious. Absolutely. But again,
well, it depends who they do it around, when they do it, how they do it, who's seen them do it. It's a lot of factors around that.
But again, hey, what if they did it in the privacy of their own home? Is it okay then? And nobody's seen it?
Well, let's ask Diddy.
With that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Crowned by Kenzie. Lizzie, thank you so much for being here throughout the entirety of this show. I love you so much, and thank you so much
Liz.
for watching.
Liz,
yes, goodness. I'll make sure. Lizzie, go on my my personal Facebook. Okay, you guys follow my Facebook page for Crowned by Kenzie at Crowned by Kenzie, and that's all with the K. Thank you so much, Lizzie. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And again, thank you so much for being here and staying here throughout the entirety of this show. I also want to remind you guys, if you're looking for an extra stream of income, to make sure you sign up for Pay for Your Say. we'll speak. We'll hit after Facebook on Facebook after this on our personal pages, Lizzie.
I'll probably be at Mackenzie house tomorrow, so we'll see.
She won't. I
I
got
will.
shit. Excuse me, I got stuff to do. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. But um, make sure you guys follow Pay for Your Say. Make sure you click on the link. I have included that in the chat box if you guys are looking for an extra stream of income without even leaving your house. Again, these big, large companies, they're out here paying people just to give their opinion and their feedback back on their different products and services. Again, I have to let you guys know that I am an affiliate of Pay for Your Say. I'm not paid by any means to promote this, but I want to let you guys know if you click on the link in the chat box, in which I will also include that in the bio, you guys will receive a special discounted offer, one-time fee. Okay, it's not a continuous payment kind of thing. This is a one-time thing. You pay one fee, and it opens up the doors for you to
I ain't
be
gonna
able
get
to
to it.
participate.
On fees now, y'all better sign up.
Yeah, it's an easy way for you guys to be able to sign in, sign up, and participate in these different surveys that so many companies out here in the world they send out, and they just need people to give their feedback. And if you are chosen to participate in these different surveys, you will receive compensation for your time. And again, I'm telling you guys, when I first signed up a few months ago, listen, I've made all my money back and then some, and continuously still make some. And
And
also, it
then
opened up the
some.
door. It opened up the doors for many, many opportunities to make an additional stream
Extra
of
stream of
income
income. There you
without
go.
even leaving your home and just
That
being in
part.
front of your computer. Okay,
That
so make sure you guys, at the least, click on the link and check it out. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Crown by Kenzie with special guest Miss Prada.
Hey.
We thank you guys so much, and we have really enjoyed being here. You guys, we're going to try to get here a little bit more to be able to, Miss Prada's schedule has changed a little bit more. Praise the Lord. It's changed a little bit more. So maybe we can go outside of Fridays. I'm thinking, and we can do these a little bit more. Okay. Make sure the next time you guys join, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and
Absolutely.
comment. Okay, and
Exactly.
hit that notification bell, because when we go live again, you'll know and you'll get that notification. That way you won't
That
miss out
part.
on anything.
That part.
And also on Fridays, we're gonna bring a new a drink made with Crown Royal, which is my
And
favorite.
that, like, we're
Maybe
gonna,
one day I'll get an endorsement with Crown Royal, child. We're gonna put that up into the spirit. Praise the Lord.
and then we're gonna start bringing in new guests too. Like
Exactly. If you like to be a guest on this, and thank you for saying that. If you like to be a guest, Lizzie, if you like to be a guest and you would like to comment on some of the stories, even if you don't want to be here for the whole thing,
or
I would
even
even
if
take
you
it if you
go
just want to chime in and not even show your face, and you want to chime in and give your opinion on some of these stories. I want to personally open up that line for you all to be able to do that. And what I'm going to try to do is get it whereas you all can call in and you can give your opinion on these different topics. You can give your opinion on the different topics. But again, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Crown by Kenzie. You guys have a great night. It has been a long night. Thank you, Miss Prada, for being here. Thank
love
you,
you.
guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.